Hello everyone, my name's Katie Ewers and I'm a professional careers advisor and life coach, and today I'm going to be talking about being an educational psychologist, what it's like, what you need to do, what your responsibilities are, how you train, and whether or not you as a person fit being an educational psychologist. So these are the psychology specialisms, the more umbrella terms for psychological testing and analysis, and I will cover as many of those as I can, and they'll be prioritised on request or at my discretion if nobody asks. So if you want any of these jobs put up as a priority, let me know, send me a message, put a note in the description box. Okay, being an educational psychologist. So educational psychologists support children and young people in education from birth up to 25 years old, using psychological theory research to promote young people's emotional and social well-being. You'll work with children and young people who are experiencing a range of emotional and social issues or learning difficulties that hinder their learning. You'll work in consultation with parents, teachers, social workers, doctors, and any other people involved with the care and supervision of the child's education or young person. You'll use observations, interviews, assessments of the child to come to your conclusion using psychological theory and your experience. You'll offer learning programs, collaborative work with teachers and parents to help that young person to develop and to overcome whatever issues they're dealing with. You might also provide in-service training for teachers who are dealing with these young people and other professionals too on issues such as behaviour, stress management, or how to deal with individual young people who have got some specialised needs. You're involved in research, advising on educational provisions and policies for government, because you would be the experts at the end of the day on the development of the emotional social health of young people. So it's a very responsible position to hold. Responsibilities to assess young people, children and young people, assess their needs by observing them, consulting with other professionals on how they've found working with that young person, and any other professionals involved to support the young person's learning, development and emotional social health. Develop and support therapeutic programs that are tailor-made for that particular young person. Design and develop courses for parents, teachers and other professionals so that they can support. Designing and developing projects involving children and young people. This could be short-term stuff or it could be long-term courses or outings or development activities. Prepare reports, make recommendations on action that needs to be taken. Advise, persuade, support and negotiate with parents, teachers and other educational professionals on the best course of action for that young person, that child or young person. Attend case meetings with other professionals on how best to support the needs of children and young people, conduct research, develop training on applying skills and expertise to support national and local and national initiatives, develop and apply effective interventions, promote psychological well-being. So across the board, you're working with others and observing the young person. So you're observing the young person, thinking about what their needs are, matching it against your expertise as a psychologist, then collaborating with other people that work with the young person and other agencies that are to support the young person to get the best provision you can for that young person's development. So skills, of course, you need excellent communication skills, you need sensitivity, you need to be tactful. And lots of diplomacy. You're working with all different people with all different agendas and issues. So you need to be diplomatic, you need to be tactful, and you need to be sensitive. That's very high on the skills list. Open-minded, sensitive approach with children and young people. The ability to explore emotional issues with children and young people. A healthy curiosity and research-minded approach to your work. Analytical skills. The ability to work as part of a team, very, very important because you'll be collaborating with other professionals, customers, parents, teachers, young people. ability to be assertive, persuasive, and an effective facilitator. When you need to be an advocate for a young person, sometimes you may need to be a little bit assertive and persuasive to get the best care and course of action for that young person. Independence, self-motivation. You don't want to have to be pushed by someone else. Self-awareness yourself, self-knowledge, security, self-belief, the ability to work well under pressure, time management, to be able to manage a caseload, understanding of the cultural and religious diversity that we're surrounded with. What to expect. So if you're going into educational psychology, you'll have an office space, but you'll travel locally to schools and clients to see students and young people in their homes or in schools as required. Opportunities will be available throughout the UK for educational psychologists. So the job market's quite good for educational psychology. You could find jobs throughout the UK. You'll collaborate closely with teachers, social workers, doctors, and any other professionals involved with the young person. With experience, you could become self-employed, but it's important that you have a good amount of years experience first before you try to become self-employed. And freelance work as a consultant is an option, again, when you've had experience. The work can be challenging, but it also can be very, very rewarding, as it involves contact with children and young people who are facing difficulties, so you'll have both extremes. Educational psychologists receive supervision throughout their career. That's just being observed by a more senior member of staff periodically. Could be yearly, could be 6 monthly. I'm not sure. It depends on the institution they work for. By a more senior member of staff to make sure that you're keeping up the standards that you need to be keeping up, which is very good. Employers, most educational psychologists are employed by the local authority in England. In Scotland, it's a different matter. They're employed by the local authority educational psychology service, which might be just another name for the same thing because it's local authority. And in Northern Ireland, the main employer is the Education Board. So it depends where you are in the United Kingdom. Other employers include colleges, community environments, child and adolescent mental health services, CAMS, nursery schools, special units, Barnardos, the National Autistic Society, anywhere where you have people or young people that may have some difficulties. So your salary. Trainee salary in England and Wales and Northern Ireland is around from 22 to 31, which is goes from rather low up to above graduate level salary, which isn't bad. Qualified salaries begin at about 35 and rise incrementally up to about 48, increasing to 52 with extra structured professional assessment points. So if you develop and take yourself further train, you can increase your salary. Qualified educational, hang on, I've missed one, senior and principal educational psychologists, so people that are top of their game, you're looking at between 40 and 66 to maybe even 70,000 a year. Senior and management level educational psychologists, you're going up 55 upwards to about 65,000. And that could be higher in a different organisation. Working hours, they tend to be 9 till 5. Monday to Friday, which is good. You may have to do some evening work like parent-teacher meetings or any other things that might be going on that evening related to the young person. There are opportunities for part-time work, career breaks and job sharing if needed, which is a good thing. So the hours are good, 9 till 5, pretty standard, no weekends, Monday to Friday, a little bit of evening work. Salary can raise quite high, up to around 64, maybe even higher, depending on the organisation you work for. So qualifications to be an educational psychologist. So first of all, off the bat, you need at least 5 GCSEs at grade 5 and above, including maths and English, to do your A-levels, because you need a degree to do psychology. So you need to do, I've put here 2 to 3, but I'm going to say 3 A-levels in useful subjects like psychology, social sciences and other sciences maybe. Statistics might be good because there's a lot of research involved. So ensure that your A-levels are relevant to psychology because it will help you so much. A psychology degree or conversion course. is what's needed next, but it has to be accredited by the BPS, the British Psychological Society. So when you're looking for university courses or conversion courses, it's very, very important that they are accredited by the BPS, the British Psychological Society. That's really important. You'll need relevant work experience if you want to develop through the and develop to a more senior level. You can do a BPS accredited doctorate in educational psychology, or the BPS qualification in educational psychology. If you want to take those next steps in seniority or in your salary, you can do that. You must be registered with the Health and Care Professions Council, the HCPC. So you have the opportunity of just staying a psychologist at a certain level, or you have that opportunity, if you'd like to develop further to higher salaries if you want to. Okay, so will you enjoy being an educational psychologist? So if you've looked at any of my self-discovery videos, you'll see that I did a video on motivators, Myers-Briggs, Gardner's 9 intelligence, as so forth on this screen in front of you. If you are thinking of being a psychologist and you've done my self-discovery videos, or you're thinking of watching them, this is the kind of results that would match educational psychology. So your motivators, I mean, for educational psychology, you could be motivated by being the expert. You could be motivated by what's called the spirit, which means the bigger picture, making a difference. You may be a kind of person that wants to make a difference in young people's lives, and that's what motivates you. Or you could be the searcher. You like to work, or I've got them the wrong way round. The spirit likes to work on their own time and not have anyone micromanaging them. That is the spirit. And the searcher is about doing things that matter and making a difference in the world. Okay, get that the right way round, Katie. And the builder, of course, which gives you the opportunity to earn higher salaries. So there's 4 motivators there that might fit, that do fit with educational psychology. Either being the expert, being the expert that is quite free, being the or making a difference in the world, helping young people, that could be your motivator, or earning money and living a comfortable life. That could be one or more of your motivators. Myers-Briggs types that match psychologists are your ENFP, your INFP, ENFJ and your INFJ, ENTP, INTP, and the only S's are your ESFJ and your ISFP. They're the ones that match psychologists mostly. And if you notice, most of them are N's, which is the kind of person that likes to develop new possibilities. So help people become new, for want of a better word. For Gardner's 9 intelligences, you'll want your results to be high on social smart, self smart, life smart are your top 3. And then word smart, of course, you need to be able to communicate in verbal and written form. And number smart, because, when you're a psychologist, you need to do a lot of research and you need statistics and research skills. So social smart, I would imagine, is your top one. Self smart, I mean, if you know yourself, you're going to know other people very well. So knowledge of yourself and others is really important for psychology, and dealing with those big questions which a lot of your clients, even young people, might be facing. Next, the Belbin team role. I think the type of person that would be good as an educational psychologist is your specialist, maybe your team worker, I think implementer, monitor evaluator maybe, but specialist definitely, implementer yes, team worker yes. And if you're in your Honey and Mumford type, if you're going to be an educational psychologist, it's going to be your reflective practitioner and a reflector, or a pragmatist, the person that takes ideas and makes them possible in the real world. So if you've figured out that from watching my self-discovery videos that any of these types match, maybe it's time to look into it further, or you can ask me if you're confused about anything. So if you haven't done any of my self-discovery videos yet and you'd like to know whether you fit educational psychology, then have a look at my self-discovery videos and have a bit of fun and learn about yourself. Because as ever, when you're looking for a career, guys, it has got to be your decision. You know, you're working for many years, and, you know, if you don't enjoy your job and you're not fulfilled by it, you're not motivated every day, it will take its toll on you. So making that correct decision early on is invaluable to you, and it's got to come from in here, not from outside, and don't allow anybody to tell you what the best job is for you. Right, if you've liked my video today and you found it useful, please like my video and click that thumbs up button. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon, and share this channel to others that you think might find this useful. I'm a professional careers advisor and life coach, but I'm new to putting all this onto YouTube. So I need as many subscribers as possible so I can help as many people as possible. You can email me with any questions at katie@careertalents.co.uk, or go to my website at careertalents.co.uk. And I am going to put links to my Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn and Instagram in the description box for you. So, as ever, see you soon, guys.